So for my first impression thoughts on this palette, I really think it's awesome. I love it a lot in the fact that the colors are very vibrant. As you can see from here, the colors are very, very vibrant. I haven't had a chance to use that blue color, but next tutorial, best believe I'm gonna use it. Um, and I like that there's a lot of variations. I do like that there's 3 different finishes, which is matte, satin, and metallic. And I will list the different finishes for the shades in the description bar. So check that out. So yeah, guys, I definitely think if you're in the market for this palette and you happen to see it on the Kylie website, I definitely think you should get it. I think it's affordable for the price. No, it doesn't smell like peaches like the peach palette, which I have, but I haven't used. Don't judge me. I know it sounds crazy. You're like, you have the peach palette, but you haven't used it. I've been waiting to use it. I think next tutorial, maybe I'll use it and doing a comparison between this palette and the peach palette, but I don't mind that it doesn't smell like peaches because honestly, this look is very peachy. So that's kind of the point, is it for it to be peachy. So I like it. I like the shade names. I'm kind of, don't really like that. I don't know, like I find it kind of hard to figure out what the shade names are. So in my opinion, I think you should keep the palette that it comes in because it's easier to kind of like apply your shades and look at the back of this box to know what shades you're using. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep the box because I think this eye makeup is really pretty, and maybe next time I'll do this look, but I think my eyes came out really nice. Okay, first I'm gonna apply a little skin moisturizing primer, and I found out about this product through Instagram. It's supposed to moisturize your face as well as prime. So I heard it's really great for dry skin, and actually it is great for dry skin. I really like it. So to prime my brows, because I have like just the worst brows ever. So I'm using this NYX Perfect Eyebrow Primer, and I love this stuff. And now I'm just going to apply a little bit of eyebrow pencil to fill in those brows, get the shape right, and, you know, kind of accentuate hairs that I don't actually have there. Now I'm using my Makeup Revolution concealer palette to sculpt and clean up those brows. Once I'm finished blending out the concealer around the brows, I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and I've really grown to love this foundation again. I feel like it's my perfect shade right now. And to apply it, I'm using the Time Los Angeles 101 brush. This is a new brush for me. It's the Marble Collection, and I think it's one of her first brush sets. I think I'm actually using all of the brushes, or maybe 3 of them in this video, but I really love this brush. I think it really blends out my foundation really well, and it looks so great. Like, it looks so good. So for concealer, under eye concealer, I'm using the Makeup Revolution palette. I actually never used this as under eye concealer before, so I thought, why not try it? And honestly, I think it's okay. I personally don't think this is great for me for under eyes because I think the consistency is a little too thin. I like something a little bit thicker that covers a little bit more. So I ended up using a lot more concealer than I probably should have been using because it was a little thin. But it's great for highlighting like on the forehead, down the nose, cupid's bow, and chin. Just maybe not under eye concealer. But if you don't need something that really covers a lot, then it may be good for you. So now I'm using the MAC Neutralizing Loose Powder to set under my eyes. I love this stuff. I feel like it sets my under eyes so well. Like, it sets it. It's set, girl. It is set. And it highlights too, which I love. So now hopping into this Kylie Royal Peach palette that I just can't wait to dive into. I'm going to apply a little primer on my eyelids to make sure these eyeshadows stick and pop. And for today, I'm going to be using Spectrum Collection brushes as well as the eyeshadow brush that came in the palette. The first shade I'm going to be using is Sandy out of the palette, and I'm using that as a transition shade. Pulling that back and forth in the crease. And then next, I'm going to take the shade Peachy. And now I'm going to use the Kylie brush that comes with the palette. It looks like it picks up a lot of product on the tip of the bristles, so I like that. Ooh, it feels nice. I'm just adding that on top. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions and applying the Species shade into the crease on top of that sandy shade to really get that nice transition blended effect. Now that I have that peachy shade applied in the crease on top of sandy, I'm just going to use a little bit more sandy to blend out those peachy edges. I don't want any harsh lines, and these shadows already are blending out so nice with this shade right here on my lid. So I'm going to use this flat brush just to pat that on my lid. Oh yeah, this is the one I wanted. On the lid, I'm applying the shade Duke, which is a really pretty rusty copper shade. I love this brush from Spectrum Collections. This is the A08 because you can apply your lid shade and it lightly blends it out as it applies it. So now, taking that same blending brush I used before and the shade Sandy again, it's gonna blend out those edges from that shade I applied on the lid. So I'm applying Cinnamon into the crease. I like how all these shades kind of blend together, like they work so well together. These colors kind of morph into each other, which I appreciate. Flat shader brush, and I'm going to apply the shade Edges, which is this coppery shade here. And I'm going to apply that on the center of the lid. And I'm just going to create like a peachy haze, so I'm going to go for lash line with the same shade I used on the lid. I love the way it came out, like very peachy, very soft, very blended. I'm going to go in with the shade Queen Bee, which is this gold. Pat this on top of the lid as well, just to enhance that center area. I'm using the House of Lashes Bambi style lashes, which are really wispy, long, and very flirty. I'm going to lightly apply brow bone highlight, mixing the shades Sorbet and Seashell together as my brow bone highlight. Okay, now time to curl the other lash. Okay, now to even out my tones, since my highlight looks so bright, I'm going to take this powder from L'Oreal True Match. This is the Natural In8 powder in Cappuccino. I'm using a brush from Time. The owner of the brand name is Ashley. I follow her on Snapchat. She's so cute. Now that that's done, I'm going to contour my face, and I'm using the Tartiste palette. This is the Volume 3 Contour Kit. I don't know if it's still available, but check it out. It's a really dope contour. Use the matte contour shade. I'm going to kind of blend it in a little bit with that bronze shade on this side. Take that same contour shade on the brush here and apply it by my nose. Contour my nose with it. My Apple Watch is just always going off. I got it as a Christmas present from my boyfriend, and it's just always ding, 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 ding. I'm like, oh my god, shut up, Apple Watch, shut up. For highlight, I'm going to use the Dose of Colors Gold is the New Black highlighter. So I'm using another time brush. This is the 104. Yes, girl. This gold highlighter though. This highlighter is so blingy. Go back into this contour Tarte's Volume 3 palette, and I'm going to use this rose gold highlighter that everyone is talking about, everyone and they mama. So I'm just going to blend that on top of it and kind of buff downwards. I just like to add like shimmer to my face, you know what I'm saying? So I'm taking this blush. This is from Floyd Roberts. I'm using the shade Cabana, and it is a really beautiful peachy shade. And I'm just gonna apply that on using a stippling brush into my cheek areas. Okay, so for my lips, I'm gonna do like a nude lip, and I'm just going to apply a little shimmery gloss on top. So I'm using my favorite nude lip combination. So I'm gonna use the shade Hot Cocoa. This is one of the absolute perfect wear waterproof lip liners. I got this from my beauty supply store and I love these. So I'm gonna apply that as my lip liner. Alright, now apply Sandstorm Lip Suede from NYX. Oh, perfect. And now I'm gonna apply this NK Super Lip Shimmer. This is one of the glosses you can get from like your local beauty supply store. Shimmery gloss. And now I'm just going to set my face, and to do that I'm going to use the Aqua Priming Base by Makeup Revolution. Okay, so my face is done. This is the look completed. I really like it. I think it's very peachy, very springy, even though it's technically not spring yet, but I'm excited for spring. And if you live in Atlanta or in Georgia right now, you may be experiencing some warm weather, because right now it's like 70 degrees, so it feels like spring. It feels so good outside. And embracing this springy makeup look, I definitely love this palette. I think it's very versatile. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up and post it on your social media. Post it on your Facebook, or shout me out on Twitter. I'll definitely like and follow you. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification button. It's like a little bell button down below. It'll notify you anytime I make a new video. So don't forget to do that. Okay guys, I love you so much.